Have you ever thought about what truly makes someone start missing you? It's not just about spending time apart. There are specific factors that can heighten her sense of longing and keep you on her mind. In today's discussion, we'll explore these powerful triggers, combining them with Stoic principles to help you understand how to use absence wisely to strengthen her emotional connection with you. By diving into the psychology of attachment and memory, we'll show how the wisdom of Stoicism, especially regarding self-discipline and emotional balance, can help you leave a deeper impression. Whether you've recently gone through a breakup or feel a distance growing between you and someone important, this guide aims to offer both practical advice and meaningful insights. Let's get started. Number 1. She feels overlooked. In the fast pace of daily life, we often forget how much the attention we get from others means to us. It's only when that attention fades that we begin to realize its true value. When a woman feels like she's being ignored, it can stir up strong emotions of loss and longing for the person who once made her feel truly seen. This feeling of being unnoticed can manifest in several ways. She might experience a small win and look around, realizing no one's there to celebrate with her like you used to. Or maybe after a rough day, she misses how you would pick up on her emotions without her needing to explain. From a Stoic viewpoint, this situation reveals the importance of being fully present in our relationships. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate what is within our control, including our ability to be fully engaged in the moment. When you were with her, giving her your undivided attention, it wasn't just about being physically present, but also emotionally and mentally involved. This level of presence is becoming rare in today's distracted world. To make her miss you, it's important to reflect that same Stoic sense of presence, even in your absence. As she recalls the moments when you were fully attuned to her, she'll start to understand the depth of the connection she now misses. It's not about playing games or manipulating her emotions. It's about genuinely recognizing the impact your presence had and how it made a difference. According to Stoicism, we should appreciate things while we have them but not cling to them once they're gone. When she realizes how much your attentiveness meant, she might start regretting that she took it for granted. The absence becomes powerful when you give her the space to reflect on what life is like without your caring attention. For example, imagine she comes home after a draining day. Before, you would have noticed her mood and done something comforting, whether it was offering a listening ear or a warm embrace. Now, without you, she's left with the realization of just how much she misses the way you used to care. In a world where true attention is becoming increasingly rare, memories of someone who genuinely cared can be potent. It becomes a strong reminder of our need for recognition and understanding, and of the unique person who fulfilled that role. So embrace Stoic wisdom by being irreplaceable through your emotional presence when you're together, and letting your absence speak volumes when you're apart. Number 2. She misses routine. People find comfort and stability in routine, and often those routines become closely linked to the people they care about. When you're no longer part of her daily life, the loss of those shared moments can create a noticeable void. According to Stoic philosophy, disruptions in routine remind us of life's impermanence and the constant changes we face. They highlight how deeply connected our lives are to others. Picture this: she wakes up and doesn't receive her usual good morning message from you. That small daily interaction was a comforting part of her day. Or maybe she comes home after work expecting to chat with someone, only to find the house empty and quiet. These small disruptions to her routine can grow into bigger reminders of your absence. Every time her routine is interrupted, the longing and missing can deepen. Making her miss you isn't about playing tricks with her emotions. It's about being someone whose absence is naturally felt. When you're present in her life, engage in meaningful conversations and moments that will leave an impact. Genuine interaction and shared experiences can become part of her daily routine, and when you're no longer there, she'll notice the absence. For example, instead of sending simple, predictable messages, send ones that are personal and meaningful. Share something about your day, ask about hers, or bring up a shared memory. These thoughtful gestures will create small but meaningful holes in her daily life when you're no longer around. If you both have routines like taking walks together or watching a favorite show weekly, these moments become ingrained in her life. When you step back, she'll miss the consistency and comfort those moments brought. In summary, by being genuinely present and offering valuable, meaningful interactions, you create a space in her life that only you can fill. When you're absent, the void is felt even more. The Stoic lesson here is to focus on being the best version of yourself and bringing positivity into the lives of those around you. Number 3. Loneliness heightens the memory of you. Loneliness can be a powerful emotion, creating a deep void that often makes a woman reflect on the times when she felt connected and understood by someone special, possibly you. As she spends time alone, her mind may wander back to those who provided that sense of connection and made her feel valued. In these moments of solitude, longing for that companionship can become more intense. Stoicism teaches us to observe emotions like loneliness without letting them overwhelm us. Instead of seeing it purely as a negative feeling, Stoicism encourages us to view it as a reminder of meaningful connections in life. When she finds herself alone, whether it's in the quiet of her room or even surrounded by friends who don't really get her, she may find herself thinking about the unique connection you shared. To make her miss you, it's crucial to focus on the depth of your interactions when you were together. Stoicism emphasizes that real presence isn't just about being there physically, it's about being emotionally available and engaged. If you were someone who truly listened, shared meaningful moments, and created lasting memories, these will stand out when she's alone. For instance, maybe you spent an evening talking under the stars, or maybe you gave her space to vent her frustrations without judgment. These are moments where your presence wasn't just physical, it was emotional and spiritual, providing her with a sense of comfort and understanding. When she feels isolated, these memories will come back to her, reminding her of what she's missing. Number 4. She compares others to you. It's natural for people to compare their current experiences with those from the past, especially in relationships. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of such comparisons, not to let them control us, but to understand why they occur. When a woman interacts with other men, whether socially or romantically, she might find herself unconsciously measuring them against the standard you set. This isn't random, it's a reflection of the meaningful connection you shared and the lasting impact you had on her. From a Stoic perspective, this type of comparison represents a form of attachment. Stoicism encourages us to be aware of our attachments and reflect on what they truly mean. When she compares others to you, it might reignite her appreciation for the qualities that made you stand out: your sense of humor, attentiveness, intelligence, or those unique quirks that made you memorable. When the new people in her life don't live up to these traits, it only reinforces the connection she had with you. This isn't about elevating yourself to a pedestal, but rather recognizing the special blend of characteristics you brought into her life. Stoicism reminds us that each person we meet has their own virtues, and while others may excel in certain areas, they can't recreate the unique experience of being with you. For example, imagine she's on a date with someone new, and while they're talking, she finds herself thinking, "He's nice, but he doesn't make me laugh the way you did," or perhaps she feels, "He's successful, but he doesn't understand me like you did." These subtle comparisons speak to the deep impression you left behind, even though you're no longer around. To make her miss you in this context, focus on being your authentic self. Stoicism teaches us to live according to our own values and stay true to who we are. When you consistently live with integrity and maintain a strong sense of self, you naturally set a high standard. Additionally, embrace detachment in a Stoic sense, not emotional coldness, but rather being independent and not relying on her feelings to validate your worth. This self-assurance and independence may lead her to miss the strength and stability you brought into her life. Number 5. She struggles through emotional challenges. When difficult moments arise, people often turn to those they trust for support. If you were once a source of comfort and emotional stability for her, your absence during these tough times can become painfully clear. Stoicism teaches that while we can't control external events, we can control how we respond to them. In the same way, while you can't control how she feels in difficult situations, you can shape the memories she associates with you. If you consistently provided emotional support, advice, or a calming presence in the past, those are things she will miss when times get hard. Maybe you had a way of making her laugh when she was down or offered wise advice that helped her gain perspective during moments of stress. These emotional touch points become even more valuable when they're no longer available. The key to making her miss you in this context is to focus on the quality of support you provided. Be someone who offers emotional steadiness and understanding without trying to fix every problem. When she faces challenges without you, the contrast between your supportive presence and her current situation will be stark. Stoicism reminds us to cultivate virtues not just for ourselves but also for the benefit of others. By being the one who offers stability and wisdom, you make yourself irreplaceable. So continue to live by Stoic principles. Be empathetic, understanding, and calm in your approach. When these qualities are missing from her life, she'll start to realize the deep impact you had on her emotional well-being. Number 6. Seeing happy couples brings back memories. Watching other couples enjoy each other's company can spark nostalgia, especially for someone who has lost a close connection. Stoicism teaches us that such feelings are not just random but stem from the deeper attachments and memories we form. When a woman sees happy couples, it can remind her of the special moments you once shared together. Imagine she's out and sees a couple laughing and chatting in a cafe, or walking hand in hand through the park. These simple interactions might trigger memories of the times you brought joy into her life, whether it was through shared jokes, comforting conversations, or just being there. She may start to realize how much she misses those feelings. From a Stoic perspective, these reminders of the past are valuable opportunities for reflection, not regret. They teach us to appreciate meaningful relationships and connections. If you want her to miss you, you don't need to chase after her or try to reignite old feelings. Instead, focus on your own growth and strength. Stoicism encourages you to live fully, pursue your passions, and maintain calm confidence in your life. By showing that you are at peace with yourself and don't dwell on the past, you project a sense of independence and stability. This can be more intriguing and attractive than any grand gestures, leading her to reflect on what you brought into her life. Over time, these moments of nostalgia may make her realize the value of what you had, sparking feelings of longing. 7. Attending social events alone. When she goes to social events alone, especially ones that you used to attend together, the difference can feel jarring. While it's easy to enjoy the fun of being with friends, there's a noticeable gap when the person who used to make these moments special is no longer there. Social events have a way of amplifying feelings of loss and absence. If she's used to your lively energy or your calming presence at gatherings, attending those events without you will only highlight what's missing. In Stoicism, absence allows for a deeper appreciation of what we once had, reminding us to cherish meaningful connections. To make her miss you in these situations, focus on your own personal growth and stay true to your character. Stoicism teaches us to remain composed and focused on what we can control, our own actions and behavior. By continuing to grow and improve, you become someone whose absence is deeply felt. Posting about your own positive experiences or subtly reminding her of past shared memories can amplify this. Number 8. She realizes her mistakes. Self-reflection is a powerful tool, and in moments of quiet contemplation, she may start to reconsider the role she played in the distance between you. At first, it's easy to blame the other person for a relationship's decline or end, but over time, when emotions settle and rational thinking returns, she may begin to recognize her own actions and their consequences. This realization is often a slow process, but when it happens, it can bring a profound sense of regret and longing. Perhaps she remembers moments where she was too quick to judge, didn't appreciate your efforts, or didn't communicate her needs clearly. Maybe she reflects on times when she was emotionally unavailable, didn't give you the support you needed, or allowed misunderstandings to linger without resolving them. These small but significant moments add up, and as she starts to recognize them, it can trigger a deep emotional response. She might begin to wonder if things could have been different had she acted in a more understanding or considerate way. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-awareness and taking responsibility for our actions. This Stoic principle can be applied to relationships as well. When she starts to see her mistakes, it's not just about feeling guilt or shame, it's about realizing the depth of the connection that was lost due to those mistakes. This understanding can often lead to a profound sense of missing the person who once filled that gap. The power of her regret is magnified when she sees you thriving without holding on to the past. Stoicism encourages patience and understanding, reminding us that we can't force someone else to recognize their errors. We must give them the time and space to come to these conclusions on their own. By focusing on your own growth, living with integrity, and staying true to your values, you show her that you're not waiting around for her to figure things out. This quiet confidence can make her realize the true worth of what she lets slip away. For instance, imagine she's reflecting on an argument where she dismissed your concerns without listening. At the time, it might have felt justified, but with time and distance, she now realizes that she could have handled the situation differently. Maybe she now sees that the things she took for granted, your patience, your calmness, your support, weren't as common as she thought. As these realizations pile up, she starts to feel the weight of her own actions and the role they played in pushing you away. To make her miss you even more in this context, it's crucial to remain patient and not rush to remind her of her mistakes. Trying to force her to see things from your perspective too soon can backfire. Instead, allow her to come to these realizations on her own. Continue to live your life fully, embodying the Stoic principles of self-mastery, emotional balance, and independence. The more she sees you growing and thriving without holding on to resentment, the more she'll regret her actions and miss the person you've become. When she reflects on her mistakes, your absence will become even more significant. It won't just be about missing you physically, it will be about the realization that her own actions contributed to the loss of something meaningful. The Stoics teach us that true wisdom comes from understanding our past and learning from it. If she begins to see the mistakes she made with clarity, your absence will feel even more profound because she will understand that it was preventable. This sense of regret and realization can deepen her longing for the connection you once had. Remember, the goal isn't to manipulate emotions, but to cultivate a genuine connection that naturally makes her value and miss your presence. By embodying Stoic principles and focusing on self-improvement, you not only enhance your own life, but also become someone truly memorable. If you found these insights helpful and are eager for more ways to strengthen your relationships through Stoicism, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us grow and continue providing valuable content. Please take a moment to rate this video from 1 to 5, where 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest, to let us know how we did. Before you go, make sure to leave a comment with your thoughts or share your experiences. And if you're interested in further exploring the art of meaningful connections, check out the recommended videos on your screen. See you soon.